Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. My name is Andy, I'm the commentator, that is the name of the channel, and me, which is both terrible. However, what's not going to be terrible is this video, because it's going to be the first video in a brand new series on the channel, where we, and I say we because I'm joined by a very good friend of mine, Mr. Richard Barnett. So Richard, say hello to the good people of YouTube.
Hello there, good people of YouTube.
I'm going to be playing through this game, Crash Bash, as you've just seen there on the screen. So let's get on with it. Let's pick the language, which is of course English, because we can't pick fluent idiot. And now onto the wonderfully music loading screen. Right, so we're going to go straight in. So basically what we're going to do is we're going to just play through the game, completing the adventure mode and just basically doing everything that there is to do on this game, which unfortunately for you guys is quite a lot. So this is going to be a fairly lengthy series. It's going to be even longer if I don't get on with it. So DOS player. Now we had a production meeting before the start of this recording, and we decided that we're going to be the evil characters because we're a couple of badasses. So, as you can see, there's 8 characters to pick from, 4 good ones and 4 bad ones. So, I'm going to pick Cortex.
And I'm going to pick Qualicon.
Bit of a shout out to Pokemon Puzzle Challenge for that one. So they're the characters, and we're up against Crash, and I don't know what he calls it, Dingadile. I think a large guy.
I think so, yeah.
Oh dear. Hopefully I won't be coughing all the way through this. Now, to be honest with you, it doesn't really matter which characters you pick, apart from you get different cutscenes. So these cutscenes here, if you pick the bad guys, you get Uka Uka talking to you, and if you pick the good guys, you get Aku Aku, basically. So, but as I said, because we're a couple of anti-establishment vagabonds, we're going to pick the bad guys. So just real quickly, before we get on with the, before we actually get on with the playthrough, I'm just going to quickly talk through what we're going to do. So, each warp room has a boss, and on this one it's Papu Pummel. So going to Papu Pummel real quick. You can see there it says you need 4 trophies to face Papu Pummel. Now, to get the 4 trophies, obviously we need to do these other games. So we've got here Crashball, etc, etc. So what we're going to do is, at least at first, is we're just going to do enough challenges to get the boss battle, then do the boss battle, and then that'll be the end of the video. And then later on in the series, well, that'll be later on in the series. So I think the best thing to do at this point is just work our way across. So we'll start off with Crashball, and let's make a start, shall we?
Let's rock.
Yep. Let's do this. Awesome loading music screen, as we know. So Crashball's a bit like Pong. We basically just have to stop the ball going past you. Bit more to it than that, of course. So you can see there that we've all got 15 sort of lives, if you like, for want of a better word. And we just need to stop ourselves getting to 0. Now, if one of the human players dies, the other human player carries on. So it doesn't matter. We don't both have to survive. Which given your track record at this, is probably a good thing.
Yeah, it's definitely a good thing for us.
So it's not.
I'm not actually sure what my speciality is on this game, but we'll keep plugging away. We'll do a wiggly.
I think it's we haven't got there yet, obviously, because it's the first game, but I think it's the I think you're good at the Pogo games. Personnel mon.
I'll take that.
I thought we picked English as a language, but maybe not. I do have to say though, it's harder for you on the side than it is for me at the bottom, because I remember when I was playing. I remember playing this once, and I was player 2, and it is more difficult on the side. So we'll give you that. Although we did have a production meeting before we start recording, as well as discussing the characters, and I think we came to the conclusion that if we win as a team and if we lose, it's your fault. That's the
story of my life.
That's what we decided, I think, wasn't it? Here in the air quotes studio. Speaking of the air quotes studio, if there's a bit of an echo on the microphone, I'm not recording this in the usual place, so if anyone does, long-term viewers, if the men in white coats haven't carted you away, you will know that there isn't normally an echo, but they may be here because we're in a different, as I said, different air quote studio, because there's 2 of us, and the usual air quote studio, only I would fit in it. Anyway, let's stop talking about the air quote studio and concentrate on hitting our balls. Don't know. Is that what we're doing?
Scoring.
Yeah, scoring. Yeah. Could do that. That's another illicit reference. Not quite as obvious as the last one, but yeah. not quite the same as the last one. Anyway, let's move on. So it's best of is it first of 3? It's not best of 3, is it? Yeah, it's first of 3.
Yeah.
Best of 5, that's what it said. So we've got 1 win already, and got 1 win already, and we need 2 more, basically, for the keen mathematicians amongst you. Actually doing better than me on this one so far.
I'm trying not to think about it too much because I'm quite surprised by it.
So far, so good. Crashes.
I think maybe the fact that you're commentating might be distracting you a little, but...
Oh, thank you. Well, men can't multitask, as we know. So, that may be why. Right. We need to just try and pick on Crash if we can. Get rid of Dingadile, if that is his name. I was going to try and say it in an Australian accent then, but I think it was best that I didn't. I'm going to break the Magician's code a little bit here, actually, and give a bit of backstage gossip. Because I'm actually recording this after we've already recorded episodes 2 and 3 of this series. Because for anyone that cares about backstage nonsense like that, we recorded episode 1 and the video didn't work. So when I came to edit it, it was all jumpy.
So that didn't work.
No, it didn't. So we're actually recording this totally out of order. And in fact, I think when we recorded episode 2 and 3, I don't know how I didn't save that. It was probably over 6 months ago. So I can't remember what the hell we said at the.
Yeah.
I can't remember what the hell we've already said or what was happening at the time when we recorded. I feel like there was some kind of big sporting event, but I may be totally wrong on that one. All that's happening at the minute is it's really windy, which is not quite as exciting.
No.
Anywho, we're doing pretty well here. I think we're going to be...
A-okay?
Yeah, I think we're going to be done soon. We can move on. Well, I suppose the Australian Open's happening at the minute. We're talking about sporting events, so no one cares about that.
Novak might be watching.
Yeah, he might do.
Yeah.
Well, they won't be playing
with his spare time.
Yeah, maybe tuning in here. I'm getting my posterior kicked at this point, which is slightly irritating. I'm supposed to be the El Capitan of the team. Of all the minigames on this game, this used to be my favourite, but not anymore. Don't know why, I just don't like it as much.
As you've already explained, it's never been my favourite.
No, but you're doing better than me on this one. I mean, we've both survived all 3 games, so...
Yeah,
the game will... I mean, I think these early episodes are just going to be a case of just grinding through them, to be honest with you. I think it will get a bit more interesting and a bit more difficult.
So stick with us. That's a reason to stick with us.
Yeah, that's a spoiler. It is a spoiler because we're recording the next episode, so it is a spoiler. But anyway, so that was that's Crashball. So you can see that we've got the first trophy, and there's more things to get, but we're not worried too much about those for now. So we're just going to do a straight left to right, and we're now on to Polar Panic. And it's not for going out of business. The cards are available, of course. This one shouldn't take as long as the Crashball one. I can't remember if it was this video when I talked about the similarities between this game and Mario Party. I feel like I did that in episode 1 last time.
Yeah.
Anywho, on to Polar Panic. So basically what we have to do here is knock the opponents off the side. Just like that. Unfortunately, it's the opponent we want to go off the side rather than the human player.
And we're relying on me again here, so it's not the best, but...
It isn't, but there you go.
But I've done it, so...
Don't doubt yourself. Now, in theory, you should have an advantage here because your character's really big, but I don't think it works like that.
Well, I think it's a little bit to do with the player controlling him as well.
Possibly, but I just meant that, like...
I meant...
For me, the characters should... Okay. We'll wait and see what happens here. For me, the characters should have strength. So, like, for example, the bigger characters should be good at stuff like this, and then the smaller characters maybe where you need to be quick, sort of like the Pogo game. I don't think it works like that. I don't think it's quite that sophisticated. It's quite an old game, though. Well, that was a 27-second victory.
Yeah.
So we're whizzing through this, which is all good.
Both games so far I've said I'm not very good and I've done okay, so I'm a liar.
Yeah. So don't put yourself down. Let other people do that for you. There we go, Crash, off you go. I'm not going to go under the beam. The beam can give you various things. Sometimes it gives you a lightning bolt, which is obviously, it is useful because it zaps you the player. If you're still holding it when the time runs out, you get the weight, like we saw last time. Sometimes it makes you really big.
Can it make you really small as well?
Yeah, it can make you really small because it happened earlier, that, I believe. Right, we'll pass the weight on to Dingadale and run. And then we've won. And that's a poem and I'm aware of that. There we go. Segment of urine so far. Just two more to go. We'll need 4 trophies. Don't think of a joke I could think of one. We'll just quickly move on. Yeah, it must have been when I talked about Mario Party, it must have been this one. Anyway, so 2 games, 2 mini games left to do. We've got Pogo Painter and the other one, whatever it is. Now I'm not a big fan of these. These are my excuse me. These are my version of the ball games RTU, I think.
Yeah. And this is my strength. So
we'll test that theory in a minute.
So ready for a complete switcheroo?
Yeah. Having said that, the only problem with this one is, like, with the ball one, it doesn't really matter. Like, you can die and I can still kind of carry us, but with this one, I do actually have to pull my weight here. You know, my score is going to contribute, so we could be in trouble. But I suspect we'll be okay, at least at this stage. This game does get more difficult. Obviously, the other there's more than one walk room, again, another spoiler. But there's more than one walk room, so the games get more difficult, and when you're going for the other things other than the trophies, it does get a bit more challenging. As we shall see. I keep forgetting you're the big Is it a mouse? I say, is it a banana or is it a torch? Is it a mouse or is it a koala bear? I think it's called koala cons.
Yeah.
You think it's a koala bear, but I didn't think koala bears were... I was going to say I didn't think koala bears were grey, but yeah, they are, aren't they?
Yeah.
And given a bandicoot's Australian...
I didn't think they were that big, though, so maybe it's a super koala.
Yeah, possibly, yeah. Possibly. I suppose bandicoots are Australian, aren't they? So
I think you shot me earlier as well, so...
I shot you?
I think so.
Oh, right, okay.
Could be wrong, though.
Yeah.
Could still be wrong,
We've
though.
lived to tell the tale, so if I did, it wasn't fatal, at least.
I need a box. I used to have a box.
I need to find a box, yeah. Well, so much for, the theory of me not being the high contributor here. Yeah, I think I did shoot you because I thought you were... For some reason, I forgot who you were.
Yeah.
So, but we won fairly comfortably.
That's the excuse you're saying, anyway.
Well, yeah, it's true.
Maybe you just wanted to shoot me, who knows?
It's true. We don't advocate violence on this channel. I was not advocating the use of a firearm.
Definitely.
So, you do know you don't need to go all the way around on this one, don't you?
Yes, I know. I just thought I'd see how...
Just spoil it, yeah, a bit of a spoiler for what's probably to come.
I think I've managed to get all the way around the edge on one of them though, haven't I? Before?
Probably, but I meant not this one, it doesn't matter, does it? Like, it doesn't fill it in like it does, again, more spoilers if you don't. Anyone that's watching this and doesn't know how this game works, if you make a square, sometimes it fills it in, fills the middle of it, doesn't it, on this one?
Yeah.
I don't know what I'm saying. Let's move on. What if we can get all the way through and Dingadale not get a box? Let's see if we can. Let's try that fit. No, he's jumped past it. No, he's going to get there. Well, that was unfortunate. That could have been fun. Could have been a fun game.
I need to get a box.
Yeah, so get the one in the bottom corner. I mean, you can tell they're terrible because they're just hopping past boxes when they've got loads of. That was
squares painted.
Yeah, exactly. And that was Crash that shot you there. Rather than me. I haven't turned vibrate off on this pad, which is slightly irritating. Once again, though, I'm the linchpin of the team. Even though I'm supposed to be rubbish at this.
You're supposed to big me up.
Yep. You know, my back's hurting from carrying us, I have to say. No, don't do that. We've got one more to do after this, and it should be a quick one. It's a nice quick episode to start the series off with. Bit of a taster to dip the toe in. 28, that was a good one. Oh dear. That went well.
Yeah.
So yeah, so what we're saying earlier about the this game and Mario Party, I think it is quite similar in that it's just basically mini games, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I think I said last time as well on the video that's not going to make air because it didn't record properly that you know, Mario came out and then Crash Bandicoot came out, which are basically both sort of platform games, if you like, and then Mario brought out Mario Kart, and then these brought out Crash Team Racing, which is essentially the same, it's just a kart racing game, and then Mario Party came out. I don't know if they came out in this order, but Mario Party came out, and then this came out, which is just basically a load of mini games. So, no prize for guessing where they get their inspiration from. Anyway, that's the point I'm making. Although a lot of people think that. Got your way there. Do apologise.
It's okay.
There seems to be a consensus amongst, and I hesitate to use this term, gamers, that Crash Team Racing is better than Mario Kart.
Not in my book.
I don't think it is, but that's just me.
The original is still a good game, but you can't beat Mario Kart. I don't think. Yeah.
But I don't. I know it's not quite the same because obviously it's not a board, but not many people compare this to Mario Party, and I think in some ways this is a little bit better. Not totally, because I do quite like the board game aspect of it, but in terms of just playing mini games, I think this is bit of an underrated game, this one, to be honest with you. So I'm glad we can, this is a bit of a grandiose term, immortalise it.
Yeah.
Nothing to say to that?
Nothing to add?
Nothing to contribute to that grand statement of...
other than it's one of my favourite games, but...
Other than self-importance. Anyway, right, so last one into Jungle Bash. So for this one, we've just got to chuck boxes at each other. And then the more boxes that we throw, the better. We can't throw the nitros. So once again, what I was talking about earlier about the characters having abilities that I don't think they do. In theory, you should be really good at this because you're big and strong. Well, your character is. I mean,
sure.
not you. But like my character's small, but obviously I've got a gun, so I don't know if the gun makes up for the lack of size. One thing I do know is that we won that fairly easily.
It's going rather well.
Yeah, it's going as well as I thought it would, to be honest with you. Given it's only stage 1. Obviously the TNTs do more damage if you can hit them with one of those than the standard box. I think you do get to a point though where I think when this gets more difficult, the AI hitting you does more damage. I'm sure once I got hit, I don't know if they're both still alive, but anyway, I'm sure once I got hit and it took like 3/4 of my health now.
Yeah.
With just one shot.
I'm sure they've been hitting each other there as well.
Yeah, possibly.
I seem to notice. I may still be wrong.
I don't know if you. The thing is though, I don't know if you do hit each other. I don't know if it takes damage off. I mean, we could find out, but I'm not really that bothered.
No, I'd rather keep as much life as I can.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So yeah, because some games, like I don't know, but some games obviously if you hit each other, it doesn't actually hurt you. I don't know if that's set up like this.
They seem to be attacking themselves quite a lot.
You can jump. Sorry, I forgot you can jump. You just walk. Unless that's what they're doing, just walking into nitro.
Well, I saw that Dingadile jumped onto a box of nitro, so...
All right, I didn't notice that. Created Harry Carry, did it?
Yeah. He must have thought, nah, there's no way we can win against these.
No point.
Yeah.
No point. Yeah. Just doing a Dominic Ingle, wasn't it? There. Anyway, right. So that's 4 trophies now won. So we go back to Papu Pummel. We should now be able to pummel him basically. Yeah, so rather than saying you need 4 trophies, it says we can start. Now I can't remember what you do here. Oh no, now I can't remember. He whacks the floor, doesn't he? And you have to throw boxes at him. Is that
Yeah,
what
I think
Yeah.
is it kind of a replay of the game. But, just
yeah, essentially, yeah. So Uka Uka gives us a pep talk, because we're evil characters. So as I said, it doesn't matter if you pick... I mean, you can pick 1 good and 1 evil. Or you can pick 2 good or 2 evils. And I think the only... Like I said, I'm sure the only difference is the cutscene screens there. But I may be totally wrong. Anyway, Papu Pummel, defeat Papu and his minions. So let's do that. So I think from memory we've got to keep avoiding the floor for a little bit, and then he does something. Yeah, when the flames drop, we can hit him basically. Gotta wait for the flames to drop. If you just kick him, he'll yeah. There we go. Well done. The flames did drop there, and I just stood there and watched. Yeah.
Like me with the floor.
Yep, you can jump. I think so. If you need to, then jump. Thank you.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. I don't know if that did damage. So it would have tested the theory. That went well.
Yeah.
That went really well. There we go. Got there in the end. I think also if you study the boxes when he does that, they do actually hit you. There we are. Right. I think 1 more shot, and then we're done. Which sounds like a song lyric, but I can't remember what it is. Because I think we hit him again, and then I think something happens, doesn't it?
No.
No, maybe not. Yeah, there we go. Whoop, there it is.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
I thought it was only 3 shots, and then I didn't want to spoil it for the good people of YouTube, all 5 of them. So I thought it was worth not spoiling it. Anyway, so that after 22 minutes of terrible gameplay is that.
Yeah.
So we can now move on to Warp Room 2. So we'll do that in the next episode, shall we?
Let's do it.
We said that, didn't I? So I said we'll do. So as I said, we'll do the bosses. We'll do what we need to do the bosses. Then we'll do the boss, and then we'll call it a day. So yeah. So that's the end of the episode. So if you enjoyed this episode, then well, go and book in to see a psychiatrist. Also, you can also like and share the video if you did enjoy it. If you want to leave a comment on the video, do that. I don't normally say that, do I? Normally say no, it doesn't matter. While you're on YouTube, if you head onto the channel The Uncommentator, you'll find the rest of the videos in this playlist. You'll also find plenty of other games that I've played through on my own, and possibly another game that we've played through as a duo. But you may not, I don't know, it depends when the videos come out. Anyway, but join us next time, we're moving on to Warp Room DOS. But until we get to that point, for now, from me at least, it is sayonara.